Hey guys, today's another review video on this ToAuto portable PCP air compressor. We're going to be using it on this personal snorkel device, which is 0.5 liters. And so what you would normally, a lot of guys get these for is PCP air rifles. This stands for pre-charged pneumatic PCP. Anyway, let's fire this, let's open this up, fire it up, show you what it's all about. And we'll go from there. All right, so packaged very nicely. You got your manual, foam lined, and here is the unit. Boom, is your first look, and these are accessories. On top, it's got a test card showing the quality check pass. These are our 12-volt cables, because this unit you can run it on 12 volts or 120, plug it into the wall. So they just have a nice convenient holster on there. All right, we will go back to them. It's got nice weight to it and seems good quality. For accessories, we got the air hose, the power plug, and then looks like some filters, some fuses, and nothing much else in there. I was just reading through the manual, and this unit's actually good for a max of 4,500 psi and max capacity of 0.5 liters. So this is for filling small tanks. You're never gonna fill a huge tank or anything. The fill hose does have a dry pack on it that has replaceable desiccant bags in here. In fact, that's probably what those, yeah, these filters over here are what you stuff into there. So that's gonna help remove the moisture from the air going into your tank. Nice brass, high quality piece. Some new O-rings for that too. It does come with Foster type quick release couplers. And there's also a plug in here too, if you want to plug one of the ends. It's rated to charge a 0.5 liter tank from 0 to 300 bar in 25 minutes. And the motor's 350 watts. Let's try it out. Oh, plugged it in. And the fan came on automatically. I don't see a button for the fan. Where the heck is that? All right, let me unplug this. So looking around, no, there is no button to turn the fan on or off, which is fine. You know, you can plug it in when you want to use it, and then you won't mistakenly leave it plugged in. All right, so before we pump up, what you want to do is set your pressure, and we're going to test this out right now. I'll set it at 1,000 psi on the dial. This should automatically shut it off, and then I'm going to use the little plug that came with it, and I'll plug this Foster coupler. I'm going to plug it in. Fan comes on automatically. I'm going to open the bleed valve and turn the compressor on. Now I'm going to close the bleed valve, keep my hand on it in case it doesn't stop, and here it goes. It's rising, rising. There's 1,000. Boom, it's shut off. It says E4. Does it come on automatically if you relieve the pressure? No, it doesn't, which is fine. And that's good, so that works. Let's see how long it takes to fill this tank now. I actually just got this on Amazon. You can charge it up to 3,000 psi. A Smacko personal scuba device, or also used for emergency scuba as like a backup. But you can get, from what I read, I haven't used it yet, but like 10 or 15 minutes of air underwater with this. So got that nice and snug, and it's got the same coupler on there too. Fitting. Boom, fits right on. This has got a pressure gauge too on it. So the same deal, I'll open the valve, turn the compressor on. And that made me hit it twice that time. The first time it just cleared the code out, the E4. And all right, she's charging up. And I got the timer going, so let's see how long it takes. The temperature reads in Celsius, we're at 14.4. We started around 12 or so. It says max temperature is 80 degrees Celsius, and my garage is around 45 or 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Kind of wish that was Fahrenheit, but what are you gonna do? Worth noting, this also does have a switch on the back in case you aren't using 110 volts or 120, 115, whatever. If you have the higher voltage, you're somewhere else, not United States, you would have to switch that over. 5-minute mark, we're at 1,100 psi on that gauge, and indicating the same on here, just over 1,000 psi. It's a tiny little gauge, and we're at 16 degrees, 16.1 Celsius. 10-minute mark, about 1,800 psi, and this is indicating around 2,000 psi. 15 minutes, we are almost to 3,000 psi, and we're also indicating the same on here. Just a hair under and 16.5 Celsius. I were scoped over 3,000 on this, so I'm gonna see if I touch the auto shut off. All right, so it was right there anyway. I didn't want to risk that. So if you want to charge something to 3,000, well, who knows if this gauge is accurate either, but whatever. This is a little bit warm. It works good though. Now, when you're done charging, very important, I'll turn this off real quick. You can't just go pulling this hose off. It's under 3,000 psi, so you have to relieve the pressure first. Some water came out of there, and then you can take the hose off. So, all right, this baby's ready to go. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, that's got some good air in there. Nice and chilly. All right, let's say I wanted to add some more pressure to this. I have the valve open, I'll turn the compressor on, and let's try out this. I'm gonna set this down more at like, I don't know, 2,800 PSI. Close the valve, and keep in mind this thing is already full to 3,000. I only took one breath. So there goes the climbing ratio. And that's pretty much just filling this hose. So that's how long it takes to build that all the way up. Let's see how the auto shut off works though. Got to put a little bit of pressure on this. So it hit and it hasn't turned off yet. There it goes. All right, so that's not perfect, but yeah. I would say always set it a little bit behind and then do your top off. Now, important to note, say you want to put a few hundred more PSI, we bring this gauge up. Okay, so the switch is off now. We put this up to 4,000 PSI. And you clear out the code. You can't just turn the compressor back on when it has this much in the line. Let's see what it does. Oh, actually I did that time. So normally I wouldn't think you'd want to turn the compressor on when there's that much pressure in the line. You would want to relieve it first and then let it build itself back up. But clearly this had enough power to do that. So cool, works awesome. I guess last test, let's try out the 12 volt on here. I'll hook it up to a nice charged jump pack. It just unplugged it. All right, fan came on. It's nice that it's dual voltage. I've relieved the pressure already. This has got 3,000 in it. Here we go. You hear that fan's not going as strong. Oh yeah, much slower with this. Wow. Much slower. Oh, E2, it threw an E2 code that time. So it only actually got it up to like 500 PSI before it threw that on the 12 volts. But maybe my jump pack's just not what she used to be, so let me find another one. I got this fully charged Optima starting battery, red top. Oh yeah, that's much better. I think my jump pack is just shot. So now let me relieve the pressure and turn the pressure on. And so it's not as strong as 120 volt was, but it's working good. Let's see if it comes all the way up to 3,000. Cables aren't hot. And approaching 3,000. Boom, there we are. All right. Cool, so it works good on 12 volts for sure. I wonder what happens if I plug it in. Let's find out. There it goes. It just switches right over. You heard the fan kick up, so multi-voltage. Nice. Okay, so in conclusion, this seems like a real solid unit. It worked very well. Nice build quality, like I was already saying. Got good weight to it, and I think it's a solid buy. So I'll drop the link to it down below. That and this Smako scuba tank. And yeah, hopefully, you know, the video was informative and I didn't miss much of anything. If you got any feedback, consider dropping that down below, or any questions, concerns. And I'll also, you know, maybe I'll update this if you want to know down the line if this video is 2 years old. Let me know, comment, and I'll let you know if it's still working. Is what I'm trying to say. All right. So this has been a no nonsense, no how video. Yeah, consider popping over to my main channel if you ever want to see other videos doing a rebuild on this RMX. And I got this 125M over here gonna be messing with. I just picked up another motorized bicycle that's been sitting for like 10 years or something. Let's see if that runs, and I could just keep rambling all night. So yeah, hopefully see you in another one. Bye bye.